welcome back to the Caroline and Sean channel, where it's just me today because Sean has no interest in the video I'm about to film. This will be a sort of a general what I've been loving, favourites kind of video since the beginning of the year. I did plan on doing a January favourites and then realised I had about 2 favourites. Then I was going to do a February favourites and realised nothing had changed since January. But there are a few things that I've really started liking, and yeah, nothing basically warranted a full 1 month favourites. So this is what I've been liking since the beginning of 2018. So I've got a small collection of things here. I thought I'd share them with you just in case you happen to be interested. So here we go. It's completely random and there's literally no rhyme or reason to any of it. It's literally things where I've gone, I really like this, and then gone, I'll add that to my list of favourites. So without further ado, my trusty pen here to help me, let's start with the food stuff. I've mentioned these before in a vlog, and actually since maybe about a month or 2 ago I stopped buying them because it was becoming a bit of a problem, as in I couldn't stop eating them. And they are the Co-op Free From Rocky Road Stackers and Millionaire Crispy Stackers. And they're basically just small, squares of chocolate and sugar and amazingness. And obviously, as me and Sean are both vegan, they are dairy free and egg free, which is great. They're delicious. Obviously these are empty boxes because I've eaten them and not repurchased them again. And whenever I go into Co-op, I have to sort of like just make sure I don't go down the aisle with these in, because I will always buy them. They're not too cheap. I think they might be about £2.50 per box, I think. I can't really remember. Which is not cheap, obviously, bearing in mind you can buy like a chocolate bar for 50p, but obviously these are free from, so that's why. But they are delicious. I do recommend, if you ever go to Co-op and you do see them, I do recommend you buy them. But yeah, I like these a lot. Man, looking at them I'm like, oh, I could do with one now. We haven't got any though. Do I go to the Co-op later and buy some? On the same theme of food, which I don't have in front of me because I have eaten it all, is Biscoff spread. Biscoff spread is amazing, and I put a picture of it here. And I prefer the smooth version. I have had the crunchy one. It's a bit not my favourite, the crunchy one, because it does have, it's basically a biscuit spread. And it sounds horrific. When if someone said to me, here's a biscuit spread, I'd be like digestive biscuits? No thank you. And actually, Biscoff spread is actually delightful. Like I say, the crunchy one's a bit weird because it's got biscuits in it, but not chunks of, so there's like grainy bits in it, which is not awful, but it's not the best. So I do recommend the smooth one. The best thing about it is obviously it's vegan, but to make it even better, I did Google it. I was like, is there any nutritional value to this stuff? And the answer is no, but it does have like a teaspoon less sugar than Nutella. Nutella isn't vegan, so therefore I'm like, Biscoff is healthy because it's less sugar, yeah! We do have it on toast for breakfast sometimes, which is not a nutritional breakfast at all, but I highly recommend it. Do get it. You think you can get it everywhere now. I don't think I've ever seen it this much, but maybe it's because I know it exists is why I'm seeing it more in shops. Either way, if you see Biscoff, I highly recommend you try it. It's like a, I want to say Christmassy flavour, but it's not. There's no flavour like it. It's basically like a ginger biscuit, but not ginger. I don't know. Just try it. And then the next thing, which is on the food, in the food genre, I don't know, is a cookbook, and it's the How Not to Die cookbook. It's a dramatic name. Don't worry about the name of it if that throws you off a bit. It is a plant-based cookbook, so there's no milk, egg or meat recipe in here. What I like best about this is that every recipe has a picture. I'm trying to show it. Every recipe has a picture, which I think is a massive help, because one of my biggest pet peeves in recipe books is where you don't have a picture. If you haven't got a picture, for me, I just think, well, I don't know what I'm meant to be making, so therefore I'm not going to make it. And where this one does have a picture of, I think, every recipe. I haven't come across one yet. They have a beetroot burger recipe in this, which is really good. Oh dear, I can't think, because I've made, basically I feel like I've used this cookbook more than I have done any other cookbook, and literally for no reason at all, apart from the fact that the recipes, although there's a lot of bits in the recipes, they are quite straightforward. Once you sort of have everything, it's really easy. Some of the stuff is a bit peculiar to source. For example, one of the things, instead of using Noxo cube, you use miso paste. At first I was like, what on earth? Where am I going to get miso paste from? And I think in the end we got it from Tesco's. So actually it's not even that hard to find, we just have to know where it is. Their mac and cheese is delightful. I mean, yeah, I do recommend it. It's not too expensive either. I think it's actually maybe like £12 or something, and it's really good quality, and I highly recommend it. And if you are interested in a more plant-based diet, not so much the vegan thing, more just plant-based, so it's obviously healthier meals for you, I do recommend it. It does have a bit at the beginning which explains vegetables and fruits and the nutritional values and stuff in there, if you happen to be interested in that side of things. So yes, How Not to Die cookbook. Very good one. Before I go into like beauty stuff, I'm just going to read my trusty list of things which I don't have to hand because they are not physical yet. Firstly is The Greatest Showman. Obviously the DVD I think is coming out in the next couple of days, so I haven't got that to show you, but I saw it in the cinema when it came out in January I think, and it is fantastic. I wasn't sure about the thought of it before I saw it, and I was a bit like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to like this because I'm not the biggest fan of like circus stuff, but actually it is really good. The music in it is fantastic. I really recommend listening to the soundtrack on Spotify, and that's kind of why it's in my favourites, because obviously I've seen the film once, but I've listened to the soundtrack about 1 million times, and yes, I really recommend listening to it and buying the DVD if you fancy it. I'm sure it'll be on Netflix at some point. I do really recommend it though. It is a great movie slash musical, whatever it is. And then in the same breath of TV stuff, I guess, is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a series. I think it's on Channel 4 at the minute, but I binge watched seasons 1 to 4 on Netflix in the space of I think a week and a half. I watched the whole thing, and I am obsessed. Literally, me and Sean started watching it together, and then I broke all common relationship rules and watched it without Sean. I was like, I can't wait for Sean to get home. I'm watching it in the gym, I'm watching it on the tube on the way to work instead of reading a book, which is really bad because I need to start reading more. And yes, I can't help myself. I'm watching it everywhere I go. I love it, love it, love it. When the season 4 finished on Netflix, I then had to source it online, season 5 online, because it was not easy to find. Channel 4 do have it, but they've only got, from today, they have episode 5 to the most recent one, which I think is episode 9. So obviously episodes 1 to 4 I had to find online, which was a bit tricky. I haven't managed to see all of them, but I've seen the most important one, which is season 5 episode 4. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what it is. But yes, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is fantastic. It's funny, it's amazing, it's just, I can't even. If you don't know what Brooklyn Nine-Nine is, it's basically a series about a police precinct, like people who work in a police station, but it's not like CSI where they're going about solving really in-depth crimes. It's like they are solving crimes, but it's more about the people. And the producer and main actor in it is Andy Samberg, who did a series of songs like Mother Lover. Google him, because I can't, you need to see what he's like. But it's very good, I recommend it wholeheartedly, and yes, I love it so much. Oh my god, I love it. Right, on to beauty things. This is, when I say beauty things, I have one shop and one beauty thing. Basically, if you didn't know, Superdrug own brand stuff is cruelty free. It means the products are not tested on animals, nor do they have any animal ingredients in. And so 2 things specifically face wise from Superdrug, which I've really been loving, are the BB anti-aging 7-in-1 skin perfecting day cream in light. Although one small downside of this is that I am very white, very pale, and this is the light one, and it is a little bit dark, so I do have to kind of blend it and then put concealer on top and then a powder on top to kind of tone down the orangeness of my skin. So I don't know if there is a lighter light, because I need to get that one instead of the light one. But either way, I'm still using it. I mean, like I said, I just get on with it, I don't care. So there's this BB cream, I'd really like this, and it's not even that expensive. I think it was like £3? I don't know. And it's also, does it have, I think it has SPF in it. Yes, SPF 30 in this. And as we're finally in the summer months of the UK, this will be useful, so I haven't got to worry about putting sun cream on my face, which will just give me more spots than I already have. And then also this vitamin E moisturising spray. To be honest, I don't know if this is just more of a gimmick than anything else, but what I like the most about this is that it smells like sun cream. Again, I don't think it's got any SPF in it, in fact. No, it doesn't. But it smells like sun cream, and so when I use it I'm like, oh, sun cream smell, and it is moisturising. Again, I would use this as like a quick spritz, and then I obviously put moisturiser on the top of it. I don't trust it as a complete moisturiser. I have been thinking though to use this at the gym, because that's another random favourites here, is I've actually been going to the gym at lunch at work. My gym is only around the corner from where I work, which is proving amazing because it means I can actually go to the gym, whereas when you go in the morning I'm like, oh, it's too early, I can't wake up, I don't want to go, so I don't go. Or after work where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to the gym after work, and then I'm like, I'm tired, and then I don't go. So at lunch I do end up going, which is a favourite, side favourite. But what I've been thinking about doing is maybe when I get out of the shower at the gym I can just spray myself all over with this moisturising mist, which will speed things up a bit because I have been a little bit late back to my office. This may be a lifesaver, but at the minute I think it's great, and it's so sun cream smell. I mean, it hasn't even got any sun cream in it, so how'd they do that? And something really random, which I didn't even know that Superdrug did until I went in there a couple of weeks ago, is toothpaste. This is charcoal toothpaste, sensitive whitening toothpaste, helps remove stains, charcoal. And then also another one which is a sensitive pro care one. Again, not tested on animals, which is absolutely fantastic because most toothpastes are tested on animals, or they come from a company which tests on animals. So these are great, and they're not too expensive, because you know sometimes toothpaste are like £5, and I think to myself, how can it be so expensive? Whereas this is about £2.50, £3 again. And as far as I'm aware, I've been using this for, you know, a couple of weeks, months, I'm not sure, a while now, and I haven't noticed, you know, my teeth falling out or going black or, you know, dental issues. So I do recommend this. If you fancy a cheaper toothpaste, go with it. And I'm sure that a lot of these, like, you know, Colgate are probably made in the same factory as all this stuff. They just bump up the price because it says Colgate on it. The final thing, which kind of come hand in hand together, but not at all at the same time. One of them is something which I'd seen online a lot, and I was like, well, I don't know if I want this or not, I don't know if it's a waste of money, and also I don't want to have a baby. So I got this Natural Cycles. It's basically a thermometer which measures your temperature, which can then tell you if you are fertile or not. So basically it tells you if you, it's basically a contraceptive, there we are, I'll say that. And this, I have seen it online so much, and I was like, I don't know, I really wasn't unsure about it, but my concern was, I put it down, my concern was that I was on the pill for so long, and I've gone through so many different types of pill. I had the various other contraceptive things, I wouldn't have any injections or anything like that, I can't bear that sort of thought because I don't like injections, but the pill just wasn't working for me. I've been getting like really bad headaches recently. And when I say recently, I've probably been having them for a lot longer than I thought I was having them. If you know what I mean? Like, you know, you just get a headache, you think, oh, for God's sake, I've got a headache. But then when you start thinking about when the headaches are happening, I was like, oh, maybe this is because of the pill. And last time I got my most recent set of pills from the doctor, the woman said to me, oh, are you getting headaches or migraines? And I was like, no, I'm not. And I was like, hold on, yes I am. And about 2 years ago I had like this horrible phase where I was going sort of like, they say an aura, where basically it's such a bad headache, but it's not a pain. Instead, you would lose like part of your sight, and when it first happened, I was terrified. Happened about 3 times, didn't think anything of it, and it hasn't happened since. Touch wood, touch wood. Oh, it was awful. And then I tried Googling it with the pill, and it's apparently quite common, but if that happens when you're on the pill, it means you're more prone to strokes and cancers and all sorts of stuff. And I was like, oh, it's so easy to be on the pill, but also, what is the pill doing to me? So I was like, let's stop it. Let's go with this thing, Natural Cycles. So if you haven't seen this online, I'm sure you have. It's basically a thermometer. You stick it under your tongue as soon as you wake up. And so far so good. I think it's fine. It's also good if you want to have children, if you're planning to have kids, because it will tell you obviously when is the right time to do that for kids, which could be useful for some. Not for me at the minute, thank you very much. Yeah, so I recommend it. It's about £30 for the membership for the year, and that obviously gives you this along with it. And yes, I think it's good. I don't think I've had any headaches since I've been using this. I've had it for about 2 months now, and yeah, so far so good as far as I'm aware, and I think it's quite good. But coming with that is obviously when you come off the pill, everything the pill has been hiding from yourself starts happening. So I have developed spots again. Yay! I got some spots a couple of weeks ago from going to the gym and not taking my makeup off. I had a massive breakout and was like, for God's sake, why did I take my makeup off? But I have noticed that although those spots are gone, other spots are rearing their ugly head, shall we say. I think that is because the pill obviously suppresses all those hormones, and now the hormones are like, freedom! And I'm hoping that they go away, because I'm not 15, so I don't deserve to have teenage acne anymore. So, to go hand in hand with this spot is Silver Serum. I have spoken about this in the past, and I think it is useful. It's basically, these ones are from Amazon. You can get different types of them from a place called theSkinShop.com. But yeah, these are from Amazon. This is a face wash, this is a moisturiser, and there is a serum as well. And I do recommend it. It's basically mild and gentle cleanser with potent antimicrobial, I can't read, and anti-inflammatory compounds to soothe the skin. The active ingredient is silver, which has antimicrobial and antiseptic qualities. MSM supports healthy skin renewal. So yes, again, these are not tested on animals, which is great for me. And yes, I do believe they are working, but my skin is putting up a good fight, should we say, because it is, yes, a lot of makeup needed. And when it's this hot outside, that's not ideal. But I'm hoping that my skin kind of sorts itself out before I get married, and just life in general, because I don't want spots anymore. Thank you very much. I've paid my dues. I've done my time of spots. I don't want them anymore. Yes, I think I've rambled enough now, but that is my favourites for the past 4 months, I guess. I will see you next week. There is a vlog out on Wednesday, a weekly vlog. And yeah, we will see you. Me and Sean will be back next week for another Sunday video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like it if you did. Let me know what you've been loving, if any of these things are of any interest to you, or if actually some of these things are ridiculous and they shouldn't be my favourites and I should stop using them immediately. You never know. Anyway, thank you so much. See you later. Bye.